A teeny tiny pixelated Flappy Bird. Now where it went? This is Rettingers Riffs. Let's start riffing. Usually when you hear about developer success stories, it's usually followed by they're starting a company, they're IPOing, sort of following that Rovio model, but very infrequently do you hear the total opposite happened. So let me tell you the Flappy Bird story. Over the weekend, developer Dong Nguyen made good on his promise to remove Flappy Birds from the iTunes App Store and Google Play Store to the what of everybody else in the world. So Nguyen is based in Hanoi, Vietnam, and has been super reclusive aside from his Twitter feed. It's been a relatively interesting backstory though, so sit back and let me tell you about the rise and fall, get it, of Flappy Birds. So as soon as February 7th, Nguyen was seemingly enjoying all the flap attention, answering questions and talking about really anything that had to do with that little bird. He was responding to questions, and when one user said he had input for Nguyen, to which he replied, it's just a mini game. Just let it stay a mini game. He liked the way it was, he didn't want to change it. He said he's not an entrepreneur in another tweet, and said the game was just built for the masses and for everyone to enjoy. And then, as of Saturday morning, Nguyen even suggested that he was already working on a sequel. Later that afternoon, though, he started to say people are overusing the app, and suddenly his mood started to swing. I'm not really sure what overusing means, but he felt that they were. Like if you use it while on the toilet, perhaps, it was causing longer than usual private bathroom time. Speaking of private bathroom time, that's a transition I never ever thought I would ever make. Let me tell you about our friends at Dollar Shave Club. If you watch my videos, you likely know a few things about me. First, I am so pale, I'm clear, and the wizard of video editing makes my skin tone look human, and I clearly hate to shave, much to my wife's chagrin. Buying razors sucks. You gotta trudge to the store, get the key to that plastic razor fortress little thingy, then you gotta shell out 20, 30 bucks from ridiculous shave tech you don't even need. Like a razor that vibrates, you can use in the shower, or that's gonna sing and dance for you. You just don't need it. I don't need a razor that's also a laser pointer. Fortunately though, there's a company that's doing away with all that ridiculousness. It is called, you guessed it, Dollar Shave Club, and it really couldn't be any simpler. For a few bucks a month, Dollar Shave Club ships amazing razors and other bathroom stuff right to your door. Their blades are just as good as these big shave companies at a fraction of the price. But they're not just about the blades, they got everything you need for your whole shaven face, including Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter to make your shave even more buttery smooth. And listen, we all do it. You gotta try One Wipe Charlie's, their new peppermint-infused wipes for men. They tingle, in a good way. Shave time, shave money. Join now at dollarshaveclub.com/technobuffalo. Again, that is dollarshaveclub.com/technobuffalo. Now that I've got my beard for a prop, I can finally shave it and my wife can be happy again. Fresh. So where we left off, Dong was saying that he was a little bit upset people were overusing his app, and then he took his Twitter account again to say that he can call Flappy Bird a success of mine. He wrote, but it also ruins my simple life, so now I hate it. But why? And keep in mind, as a native Vietnamese speaker, something certainly might have been lost in translation. He was accused by gaming site Kotaku of stealing sprites from Mario, though he denied those accusations and said there's an art to doing that. He told another user on Twitter that he had no plans to hire a PR agency or take some of his work off his hands because he felt that doing so would mean he wasn't an indie developer anymore. He'd lose the street cred. Because supposedly he feared just going too mainstream. By mid-afternoon, though, on February 8th, Nguyen officially announced that he would take down Flappy Bird from both iTunes and Google Play. The attention had evidently gotten to him, even though he originally labeled the title a success. The game was indeed pulled, although Nguyen's last tweet says that he was making games still, and he also said he won't sell Flappy Bird, so don't ask him at all. Nguyen also said he didn't pull the app because of anything related to legal issues, just that he can't keep it anymore. Despite denying any legal issues at all, a Reuters report suggested Monday that Nguyen may have received letters from Nintendo, although the report said Nintendo was not considering a lawsuit. There's been rumors of extortions and all kinds of crazy stuff, but that's the story of Flappy Bird. So yeah. On one hand, it's refreshing to see a developer not be in it to start a company or become a gazillionaire. On the other hand, I kind of want to yell, WTF, Dong? You got a success. You've got something on your hands developers can only dream about. Even if you want to keep your indie cred, you could still enjoy the success. Supposedly the app was making upwards of $50,000 a day. So credit for making a pretty fun game that I deleted and then I reinstalled. And then I can't stop playing. But there are ads on that, so there was a ton of money to be made. And perhaps if you didn't want the success, you could have donated that money to somewhere that could have used it instead of just pulling it all together. But that is the story of Dong Nguyen, and that is the sad, sad rise and fall of the Flappy Bird. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this sort of crazy, bizarre story. Flappy Bird sort of flapped onto the scene all of a sudden and then flapped away just as quickly. I wonder if the other developers are going to follow this path, maybe release an app, make it a huge success, or try to make it a huge success, then take it away to try and up its publicity. The reality is you can still get Flappy Bird. There's a port of it even on the Pebble Watch. You can play it on the web. You can still install it if you choose on your iOS device if you want to look through some back channels to get it. There are a ton of ways to get your Flappy Bird on, but not the official way. So Dong, maybe you want to give us an official statement on what happened. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments in this region about what you think happens. Until next week, I'm Jon Rettinger. See you next video. What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching that video. If you want to see more of the latest and greatest tech news, you can subscribe to our main Techno Buffalo channel by clicking the button right down below in my pants region, or click on the buttons to your right to see more videos.